We're going to go to AJ Legault right now. We understand he has new information after speaking with some family members of, I believe, Senator Hoffman. AJ, can you hear us?
Yeah, good morning, Julie. I just got off the phone with Matt Oleg. He is Senator John Hoffman's nephew, and he was able to tell me that his uncle John and his aunt Yvette are both out of surgery. They're stable. They were just minutes ago had been trying to bring the senator out from under anesthesia. The family's been told that a bullet just very nearly missed Senator Hoffman's heart, that his wife, Yvette, is in better condition. She had no organs pierced, and that she saved the couple's daughter's life. Their daughter, Hope, who I believe is in her mid-20s, was at home at her parents', and Yvette threw herself on top of her daughter. The daughter was not hit. But he told me the couple that Senator Hoffman and Yvette had been out at Mancini's the night before, just for a fundraiser. Enjoying a good night out, and came back, and then this assassination attempt happened in the middle of the night. But the family says they are very hopeful right now, and that they're getting positive messages coming out of the hospital regarding Senator Hoffman and his wife Yvette. So that's certainly some good news this morning.
So the nephew is calling Yvette a victim and a hero. They said she threw her body over her daughter while in an active shooting. AJ, did you say that right?
That is exactly what I said, Chris. Yeah,
Oh,
it sounds like Yvette threw herself on top of her daughter, Hope, and Hope was not hit. Yvette was. But I'm told no organs were pierced, and she is out of surgery and in stable condition.
And again, that is according to the nephew.
That is according to Matt Oleg, who is Yvette's nephew by marriage. Yes.
That is, good news on this horrific morning that we've had so far. But it sounds like Senator Hoffman he's stable, and it sounds hopeful for his condition, because sometimes you can be critical and stable. Would you say he's still?
I think given the way what we're told and where he was hit, if he was hit, in the chest that close to his heart, as his family is being told, there's no way he's not in critical yet stable condition. And so that's coming from family. That's not coming from medical professionals. I think they're telling the family that, things are looking hopeful, and that they were working to bring Senator Hoffman out from under anesthesia here just recently. So this is all information that's coming through on the family's chat line as they're being briefed.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all in shock. I can't imagine. My heart goes out to their entire family, particularly their daughter Hope, to have witnessed that and lived through it. I know you were the one that got the tip this morning that this was all going down. Can you kind of relay to us again what you heard this morning, how you were made aware that all of this was happening?
I started getting texts early this morning from sources who know that I know Senator Hoffman pretty well. I think I've interviewed him twice in the last week. He's a very pragmatic lawmaker, works across the aisle, and is the chair of the Human Services Committee. And he had been working extremely hard over the last week just on a number of measures related to some of the fraud reporting that we've been doing. And he was really excited to get some important fraud measures passed that he hopes will also better protect Minnesota's poor and disabled. And that's, as lawmakers go, he was just a very pragmatic politician who wanted to make a difference in people's lives. And that was, what he worked on. He wasn't someone who you saw involved in a lot of the hot-button political issues, pretty middle of the road. And we talked about this morning, he and Republican Senator Jim Abler are close friends and work across the aisle with each other all the time on important issues for Minnesotans. So the family is really just questioning why he would have been targeted, why he would have even been on this hit list that we're hearing about. And, like I said, I first heard about it from sources texting me this morning asking what I knew about the shooting going on up there. And so started, doing what journalists do and start calling people and asking questions.
Yeah, he just appeared in your story. We watched it air this week.
Yeah.
On your
Twice.
reporting of fraud.
And reaching across the aisle is such a big point this morning that, these lawmakers are human beings as well, and many of them are friends with each other, and they understand they have to work together to conduct the business of the state. To get anything done, compromise is needed. And both Hortman and Hoffman in this last legislative session demonstrated that by working across the aisle with their Republican colleagues.
That's right.
Senator
Go ahead,
Hoffman.
AJ.
I was going to say, Senator Hoffman, we last texted Thursday night, I think it was, and he was excited to be done with session and said, time to take a deep breath, and I'm taking my wife out to dinner.
Wow.
And, that was what he was looking forward to just this week.
Yeah. Well, I'm so grateful that you let us know there's good news when it comes to Senator Hoffman and his wife, Yvette. It sounds like they're out of surgery. They are stable. I know lots of prayers are going up for them across the state. AJ, thanks so much for your continued reporting. We'll be in touch soon.
All right. Talk soon.
Thank you, AJ. Appreciate it.